Today, we got a R-Design XC90 heads-up display, but it's a weird one. Standard sound system. But this is super cool because you have heated seats, ventilated seats. No, this one doesn't have ventilated. I thought it did. Anyways, that's fine. So, still, super crazy to see something like that. Heads-up display and memory passenger and driver, but base sound system. So, with this is our service loaner. This is one of them. We have a bunch of R-Design service loaners, although most of them are out right now. Just wanted to show this because this is going to be our car up until Tuesday. The S90 is staying in service. Is getting a cooler pump replaced. There was a water pump. There we go. That's what it was. Water pump. It had a coolant leak. And we're going to have some fun with this. I wanted an XC90 because we're going to actually transport a piece of my old S60. Going to put it in the back and show you guys. We are taking this loaner in place of the S90. R-Design mirrors. Similar to that R-Design over there. That's my favorite 2016 red, but that one's having some issues. Seats. We are transporting a piece of my side skirt from the S60. The seashell beige metallic, and as you can see, that's where it was ripped off. Piece is missing there, but there we go. Well, let's take a first spin. The old but golden look and infotainment. All right. And here she is in Evanston, one of my favorite places. Look at that. Looks good. Got the sport wheels. Oh yes. Very nice. Just pops out. I don't know if I'd do white, but at the end of the day, I'm not like one of those people that cares that much about color. You can always change the color. You can always wrap it. The rims are very, very nice. Sport rims. Chyba musi być włączony. Ale tutaj z tyłu można zmusić. A, już spada. A tam. Sprzedawca nie jestem dobry.
Ale co to było?
Nie wiem czemu. There we go. That has been a pleasure to drive, honestly, in the daylight. Tinted windows, looks good. With the air suspension, it just looks baller. Definitely my next car, I want an XC90. Still want to keep the S90 in the family, of course, but the S90 and the XC90 would be the perfect contrast. Oh yes, just the way it looks. Baller. Okay, so now it fits obviously in the garage. Everything's all good. And we actually fit this inside. Fits perfectly. Look at that. Looks great. Looks so good. Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, perfect. Overall, a fantastic vehicle. Had a lot of fun. We will move this out. And this is a car that when my wife started driving, she's driving the sedan, and said, oh my God, it's so much easier to get inside the big vehicle. I want this. What do I have to do to get an XC90, a new XC90? She does miss a couple of features from the new XC90. That's the S90. That's why she'd want a new one. But we are going to write out the lease. Hopefully I get the S90, and her next car, she's decided, is an XC90. Although she definitely needs better speakers because she's used to Harman Kardon and she wants to try out the Bowers. Of course, who wouldn't? I would like that. Plus, these seats are pretty cool where you don't have them anymore in either Core, Plus, or Ultimates. At least the nubuck and the leather mix between them. The sportier seats, they do have a nice pattern to them, and the hold on the side bolsters is a lot more firm, I'd say. But she, on her Plus, does not have the extenders, the movable side bolsters, although in the R design you can't move them, and the four-way power lumbar, which for me would be very nice because I'm taller, and usually when you're taller, the lumbar is not in the right place. So that actual, the horizontal and the oh gosh, I forgot, but you know what I mean, for it to go up and side to side, vertical, horizontal and vertical. Geez, geez Louise. And the memory for passenger and driver is absolutely fantastic. You want to have that. Headroom is fantastic. That's the big thing. And I've noticed personally is the headrests don't stick out as much as they do in the S90s and the sedans, the wagons as well. I don't know why, but I guess they're not super uncomfortable. When you're driving on longer distances, like we took the S90 to Indiana, there was a point in time where my neck started to feel a little stiff. And I'm sure if I purchased one of those covers on top that Volvo has, this accessory or these little pillows for your neck, I'm sure it would be fine. There was a lot of customers who had similar thoughts, and one actually went out and bought these pillows, and they were great, super soft. But it is kind of disappointing where you actually have to purchase something. They're not that cheap. They're over $100. So to be able to sit in this and have just the right amount of height and everything, it's perfect. The one thing I will say is being higher and the pedal, my knee gets a little tired here after a while, where over in the S90, I'm able to kind of extend it. And I like being able to lay it almost flat in there. This just doesn't go as far back. And maybe that's because, you know, there's more room in the back. Also thinking, hey, you know, me and my wife, we've been together for many years. We're not planning anything now, but in 2, 3, 4 years, who knows? There could certainly be plans for kids and child seats and whatnot. You know, in 4 or 5 years, that would be a much better fit for the XC90 than an S90. Overall, fantastic service loaner experience. We did have to get the water pump replaced on the S90, and we are going to be swapping back into that pretty soon, but it's always, that's the point of a service loaner, right? It's to sell the customer, and the customer here is my wife, and I personally agree an XC90 would be a fantastic next choice. If we have both the S90 and an XC90 in the future, perfect. Okay, this is it. We are driving to give back Viola and get our Viola back. Yes, we named our cars Violet. Viola Volvo. You know, in Polish, it's basically the same letter. I mean, it is the same letter in English, but the way it sounds, it's similar. Viola Volvo. Okay, anyways. It was a wonderful time. My wife certainly wants an XC90. She would love to have one right now, but we will have to wait 2 years. And it's literally in just a little under 2 years, 1 year, 363 days from now, it will be the 2.5 year mark, so you can have the 6-month early lease buyout, the action plan that Volvo gives you, where you're able to, without any fees, trade out of your vehicle and get the next one up. So early lease buyout, it's not the lease buyout, geez, what is it called? LPA, lease pull ahead program. That's what it was. I don't know why. I've said that a million times, and today those words are non-existent in my vocabulary. The lease pull ahead program. There we go. A lot of people do it. It's awesome. 6 months early you can upgrade, as long as you meet the requirements, which we will. So most people will. It's going to be all good. Very, very fun to drive, especially in dynamic mode. Love it. And it is back home. Swapping the S90 for the XC. Yes, a wonderful set of flurries tonight. It has been a very nice February. Nothing too crazy. A lot of good, warm days. Last month was very, very cold.